Hello, welcome to part 3 of our Path of Exile guide series. So, we're going to be doing in this video is customizing our loot filter. Because so far in the first video, we showed you how to install the loot filter, which it doesn't take too long, it takes like 10 seconds. All you have to do is just go to Path of Exile, then log into your account here, and then you just Google PoE loot filter. Then you find filter blade here, and then you just log into filter blade here. And then the one change that we made was we drew semi-strict into soft. Then from there, all we did was save and export this. So now we want to customize this loot filter a little bit, which is gonna help us, like I was saying in the other one, for like a solo self found, or it's gonna help you for like a hardcore solo self found. Pretty much is going to start like hiding items as soon as you get to area level 5. And then once you get to area level 9, it'll start hiding even more items. Once you get up to like area level 19, it'll start hiding more. Once you get up to area level 26, I think, it starts hiding even more items. Which is good if you just want to go through the game and you don't want to deal with all the loot. But sometimes there's going to be like white items, especially later. Right? Let's go around here. Look what we're talking about. So if you're over here at your loot filter, if you click on this customize button here, you can actually customize the loot filter, make some changes that you want. So what we're gonna do is just scroll down to the bottom. You can there's a general tab here. Then we scroll down past the maps, fragments, and map-like items. So you can make your own changes here. You can customize it how you like. There's like you can customize how things work in the end game, customize how things work in the end game here, which you're not going to worry about. There's like more end game customization you can do, which you don't have to worry anything about. What we're going to be looking at is the campaign below level 68, which is going to be the point that you're at right now. So the first thing is if you go to colors and links, if we click on 3 link gear general, if we go down here, as we can see, once it gets up to area level 28, once you get to area level 29, it'll stop showing 3 links completely. Which is pretty bad because like the shields, like all the time when we're running through on our sorceress or Templar, we're searching for a 3-socket linked white base shield, and we can't see them because the loot filter is hiding them. So what you have to do to make them show up, it'll be really helpful for solo self out if you're just looking for like 3-socket like white bases if they keep showing up here. So what we're gonna do is it shows area level at most 28. So once you get to area level 29, it'll stop showing them. So what we're gonna do is change this to any, and if we do that, then these will always show up like this. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do, right? If you ever want to reset these changes, you can just click here, click reset, and then it'll undo it. Utmost 16, utmost 28. Yeah, I guess we just have to go like Eddie, right? Eddie. And then something else we could do is these 3-socket links. Something I like to do is add a beam to it and put a marker on my map so I know where it is. So if we click on this icon here, we can activate a beam, and then we can click on this temporary, which means the beam will not be temporary. Then we change the color of it, so I like it to be cyan, I think. Oh no, it's supposed to be a green. Green. You can make like any color you want here. It's like a red, green, blue, yellow, brown, white, cyan, gray, orange, pink, and purple, depending which one you want. So for the green links, it's going to be a green beam. And then for the icon, we can put a map icon here. So we're going to click activate. And then we can choose a different shape here. So like a circle, diamond, hexagon. We can go cycle through them if we want. Yeah, then you can change the color of it. So what we're going to do is just this. which represents a 3-link item. They're going to change the color to green. And then anytime a 3-link item drops, there'll be a beam over it, and it'll show up on the mini map here. So I wonder if we have to do the same thing for this, or if this is going to be the same thing. We'll just add it here, just in case, right? So we switch this to green, just in case we have to. So we set the beam, and then the icon. Then we just have to change this to the hex. Oh no, was it the diamond? And then green. There we go. So just in case we needed to do it for both of them. So now, 3-link items will always show up. They'll show up on the mini map and they'll have a beam. And if you don't want the beam or something, you just come here and just deactivate it. Then the beam is gone. If you don't want them on the mini map anymore, you can just click activate. They don't show up on the mini map. We're gonna keep it like this. So we set it so that 3 links always show, and it'll give us a. We'll be able to notice it a lot easier. So the 3-link items would be something I would change. Then if you go down here to other, normal, and magic items, there's something we need to change in here too, actually. So if you go like magic items hide rules, after area level 16, it'll start hiding blue items. And after area level 24, it'll start hiding more blue items. Which I don't usually want. I usually like it to show all the blue items. Like, even if they're like this, where they're really small and you can barely see them, I would rather have them show up than not show up at all. As well as something we like to do is change this from like 18, maybe out to 25 or 30. Maybe we'll change it up to 30 here. Or maybe 25 is good enough, because you're supposed to be items that you're not really looking to pick up, right? So you don't want the text too big, but you don't want it too small, because you won't be able to see them. So we changed it from 18 to 25. Then we clicked from hide, we changed it to show. And just by doing that, that's going to make it so that these items always show up. But later, once we get area level 16, they'll start to get a lot smaller, so it'll be harder to notice them. And once we get area level 24, so it won't hide magic items. So that solved that problem. Then, do we have to do anything down here? Oh yeah, magic items. They're the first 4 levels here. This is where it makes it so that everything else stops showing. You can even look here, right? If you click magic items to mud flats, up until you get to area level 5, then it starts hiding things. Once you get to area level 9, then it starts hiding more things. Once you get to area level 16, then it starts hiding even more things. Then area level 24 starts hiding more. And then it will barely be showing you any items by the time you get to area level 34. So we can change it so that it does show them. See, our normal items during the first levels, we don't need to change anything there, I guess. So what we're going to be doing is it also hides like flasks and rings and jewelry. So it's not going to be anything that you change here. We're going to be going down to like past the campaign below level 68. We changed everything that we needed to change here, right? So if you look at colors and links, we changed the 3 links so that the 3 links always show up, and we'll have more notice that they're actually there. So we did that. And then the other normal and magic items, we just made it so that it doesn't start hiding magic items, but will still not be tempted to pick them up because the text is so small that got rid of the border here, which this does, right? So normally they drop with this border, but because of this, it removes it, so it makes it even less enticing to pick up, which you want the loot filter to be doing. But if you go down to miscellaneous down here, we can actually make our own rules here. And this we can actually really start to customize it. So if we add this show hide rules, if we go here, we click on add class based rule. Something I like to do is search for perfect defense. So if we click rename the rule, we'll just name it like perfect defense. Perfect defense. So what we want to do now is click on this class button to select the class. And then from here we can select if we want like to select like weapons or armors or jewelry or maps or flasks or anything. So what we're gonna do is we're searching for armor, so like body armor, boots, gloves, helmet, shields. And I think that's all the armor here. So it's just these ones in this row. So let's check the body armors, boots, gloves, helmet, and shields. We have those checked. What we want to do is set the item level to any. So my default, I think it was like item level at least 68. If we change this to any, it'll affect any item. So we'll do that. And then we can change the border of it, right? So if we click on this here, we click border. And I think perfect defense was cyan. Pretty sure that was it. So we choose the cyan border here. And then if we want to put a beam over it, we'll put a beam. We'll make it a cyan. Cyan beam. And then the map icon, right? We'll activate the map icon. And I think the perfect defense was like a star. So go like that. Or was it white? Oh no, that was like that was perfect something. So you can choose their icon here. We're just trying to figure out which one did we use. Oh, a star was something, right? Perfect defense. So I wonder which icon we're gonna use. I guess the star works. So you use the cyan star here with a cyan beam. Now, anytime a armor drops with a perfect defense, we'll know that it dropped because it'll have a beam on it and there'll be a mini map icon. So what we have to do now is we have to actually do something to let it know to do that. So if we click on add attribute, and then we can actually filter out certain attributes you want it to look up, like the drop level, the area level, the quality, the width, the height, and a whole bunch of different things. The base armor, energy shield, the linked sockets and everything. So what we're going to be looking at is the defenses here. The defense is, we're going to be selecting base defense percentile. And if we click on base defense percentile, it'll add it to the list here. And it'll have perfection. If we change this any to equal to 100, then now anytime armor drops with perfect defense, it'll let us know. So that's the first thing we like to do. Because if you're searching for perfect bases, like perfect armor bases, the sockets won't really matter too much later. But the defense is going to be really hard to change. Like the sockets, the amount of sockets, and linking them together and changing the colors of everything, those are easy to change. But to change the actual defense value, that's a lot harder. So what you want to do is just get like a perfect defense item, and then just craft up from that. It does have to be the right item level, which we don't need to go into at the moment. But if you set this, if you see something on the ground, if it's like required level 10, and the item level is like level 30 or something, you're not going to pick it up because the item level is much higher than it, which we'll talk about later when we do crafting. What we're going to do is add a new rule here. We're going to click add rule, and then we'll add a new one. So what we're going to do is rename this one perfect, well, I guess like a high quality, right? High quality. So if we go here, we do the same thing. We select the class, then we select all the weapons this time. So we select all the weapons, all the two-hand weapons, all the bows. I think the quiver is the other one that you don't select. You select all the armors here too. So we got all the weapons and all the armor selected, except for the quivers here, because they don't have quality. So if you have all these selected, we're going item level equals any, right? Just like this other one up here. What we're searching for is add attribute. They're searching for quality, right? It's just at the top here, basics. We're looking for quality. And then if quality equals at least 10, and then let us know about it. So we're going to change the border to white. And then add a beam, and it'll be a white beam. And then the icon, it'll be a white something. I think a white star. White star. Oh, it's a square. White star. So there we go. So now anything that drops with at least 10% quality, we'll know about it. It'll have a beam over it, and it'll have a map icon. So that's really good. Like if you're looking for things to pick up, it doesn't mean that you necessarily should pick these things up. But if you have extra space and you're looking for extra things to pick up, you might want to start stockpiling these things, and then you can sell them to the vendor. I think it's more useful for like the weapons, for the blacksmith waitstone, because those things are harder to get. The armorsmith scraps are easier to get, but it would be some extra currency you get along the way. That's something we're gonna do. Is also just add a new rule here, because for some reason, like no matter what you do, the magic flasks and the rings and amulets and the belts, they hide them automatically. I think it was after like level 28 or something. Maybe it was even, oh, it was after level 10. 9. They start hiding magic items after you get to the level 10 area. So what we're gonna do is just go magic items. And then we're gonna go select a class here. Then we're just gonna select like everything. Or is it just the, no, it's just the rings and amulets. And the flasks here. It started hiding the rings, the amulets, and the flasks for some reason. The magic ones, I have no idea why. But if you want them to always show the magic amulets, belts, rings, life flask, mana flask, and hybrid flask, I don't think the utility one matters because I think they always show those and they already have something for them. But it's just these ones, if they're magic, they hide them and you'll never be able to see them. And you might want to pick them up. Doesn't mean you should pick them up. It's just I like to be able to actually see them. So what we're gonna do is, I don't think we're gonna change anything about it, except for the size here. So what we're gonna do is change this down to 25. I think it was like 38 by default. That's pretty big. So change it down to 25 here. Well, actually we're supposed to be these are supposed to be a priority, right? So we set it to 35. So we set the text size to 35 here. And that'll just make it so that they still always show up here. Item level equals any. And I think that was it for that. Oh, there's also something in the campaign here for once you get up to level 4 here. Since get out of miscellaneous, we did everything we needed to here for now. There might be more things we need to change later, but for this point, this is alright. So the campaign below level 68 was in normal and magic item progression. Oh no, it isn't. Is it magic items during the first levels? First 4 levels, other items. Yeah, this one here. Okay. So once you get up to the area level 5, it'll start hiding white items. If it's not, 3-socket link. So the only items it'll show you is if it's a 3-socket link, that's it. Every other white item will be hidden from you, so you won't be able to see it. Which is not good. Because if you're just going through your like first character here, and you need like a 2 socket length white armor upgrade, and it drops, and you can't see it, you're not gonna be able to pick it up. So the one thing we do is we just go. This area level says at most 4. What we do is change this to any, and it'll just make them show up at any level like this. So we're gonna change this to 30, maybe. I'll just change it to 30 for now. And then maybe later if you want to change it to 25. But I think like 30 to 35 is pretty good because you can actually see the items still. So we changed that. So items are not going to start hiding after you get to area level 5. That's going to be pretty helpful. Maybe there are some other things, but I think that was all that we could think of for now. It was a good thing that we got the thing about the magic items for those flasks and jewelry. Because what we did was we went on like level 41 witch. Then we were going through the different area levels to try to figure out when does it start hiding these flasks that we're still looking for. So if you get it, you get to like stockpile a whole bunch of magic flasks, or even just pick them up. So now that we have all these changes to our loot filter, maybe we should stop and think if there's anything else, right? Cause I'm pretty sure we did everything. Like there is other things you can add here. You can add your own customization things however you want. Like you could select like which specific things you want. Then you could change how they show up. Then you could add different attributes if you're searching for a specific energy shield or a specific drop level and area level. Like something that we tried is maybe we'll just show you here quick, but I don't think we're gonna do it if we just go like item level 4. So like any item that drops below level 4. We're not gonna be adding this one, but it would be a good way to hide these items or let you know that the item level is proper. But I think it's better to actually just look at the item level and everything. So we select like all the weapons and armors here. And then if we set item level at I think it's like at most 8, right? And then add attribute, we could go drop level at most. We'd be like 4. And then we can change our other things here. So if these show up, maybe they come cyan or blue, some other color here. Maybe red. So what this would do is if these items come up and the drop level is 4 or lower, so that's pretty much like all the level 1 equipment. All the level 1 equipment will be up to drop level 4. And then if the item level is higher than 8, it won't show it. It'll stop showing this item. Oh, I was supposed to go to hide, right? We click on the hide button. Then we change this to at least. Drop level at most 4. Item level at least 9. Or is there a greater than? Higher than? Okay. Item level higher than 8. That works. And then it would stop showing them because by this point you're not looking for level 1 gear anymore. You're looking for the level 5 to level 8 gear that's gonna start dropping. Then if you don't want to see them, this would hide them. And then what you'd want to do is like anything else you want to do. Maybe sockets fewer than 3. Alright, we figured it out. This thing, just ignore it, right? sockets any. That doesn't do anything. What we were looking for was linked sockets. Yeah, linked sockets. So if linked sockets equals fewer than 3, and then just hide it, right? So if it's not a 3-link item, then hide it. And then you could click this button to duplicate it. Then you can duplicate this. Then we edit. Then make a little 5 to 8. 5 to 8. Then we just change this, right? Drop level at most 8. Item level 12. Higher than 12. Looks like higher than 3. And I think. Oh yeah, the Clipper would be hidden by default. Yeah, because it can't get them anyways. And what that would do is like all the level 5 to 8 items. Whenever you get to area that's higher than level 12, it would stop showing them because you don't need those items anyways because there's going to be new and better items available. You're just only going to want to see those. So if you do that, you can just go through, just do this for all the different levels. They just go 12 up to 16. They just go 16 up to 20. And then it would hide all these items so you don't even see them. So you can make it hide them yourself the actual way that would probably help you for solo self out here. So I might do this. I mean, I don't think it's necessary, but maybe it would help you see all the clutter. But you don't need to do this because when you're going through, you could just not pick them up anyways because they would just be grayed out pretty much by that point. So you could do this and then just hide them. Now I was just showing you something you can do, but it's not necessary. Like the only thing we're doing is just this perfect defense, the high quality, the magic items. These things were, if you wanted to customize your loot filter later, there's an idea for something to do. If you want to get rid of all the clutter at some point. Alright, so we just thought of one more rule that we can add. That's actually pretty important that we just remembered about. So what we're going to do is just delete this. If you want to delete a rule, there's a delete button here. So it's item level here, we're not going to use it. We're not going to worry about hiding the item if it's too low of a level. We're just not going to pick it up. So if you delete this, then we'll just delete this item level 4 one that we made here. Then we just have our 3 back here again. We have the perfect defense, the high quality of the magic items. Something we're going to do is add a new rule, which is going to be for like good magic find. Well, I guess it's just like good jewelry in general. So this is really good jewelry for like solo self found that's like hidden by default for some reason. So we got a new rule here with good jewelry. We're going to, we need to add something here. So we're searching for amulets, rings, and utility flasks, I think. Amulets, rings, utility flasks. These 3 things. Item level equals any. And then we need to add a base type, right? So another thing you can do is you can make it search for only specific items. So we're searching for is the gold amulet. And then we just click add. And then we're searching for gold ring. And it makes this list here so you can easily find it. If you're typing in something, it'll show you everything that starts with gold. So we're add the gold ring. We'll add that. And then we'll just go add the gold flask over here, I guess. We'll add that. So it's like the magic find jewelry. So by default, these will be hidden so you won't be able to see them. What we're going to do is add these to this list so when they come up, we'll know that they're there. There's also something else. The amethyst ring. The amethyst ring is going to give you chaos resistance. And once you get up to Act 5, I think, you're going to want to start farming these amethyst rings so you get your chaos resistance up. This is getting your best rating to get at this point. As well as there's the unset rig. If you get the unset rig here, that's going to give you an extra skill gem slot if you don't need the chaos resistance down the road. And then I guess there's like a unset amulet. So add the unset amulet here, and then we have all these things. So the gold amulet, the gold rig, the gold flask, the amethyst rig, the unset rig, and the unset amulet. What we're gonna do is change the border to like gold. Yeah, I guess that would be it. It's one of these two, right? That's like brown. This is gold. Okay, we'll change the border to gold. Then we'll add a beam. Activate it. Make a gold beam. It's probably orange or yellow, right? We can see the color up here. Yellow. We'll just make it orange, maybe, right? So it'd be a orange beam. And then the icon. Activate it. Maybe make it orange. Okay, yeah, we didn't remove anything by mistake. Okay. Circle, and then we have to figure out what to use for the gold amulet, right? Magic find stuff. Oh, maybe a star. Yeah, we'll probably just use the star here. So, whenever like any of these items drop, there'll be a mini-map icon to show that we have a gold find amulet. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there's proper star, baby. So I think it'll be the star, right? We'll just keep it like that. So there we go. Now if any of these drop, we'll know that they drop. So that's gonna help out too. So now that we did all these changes here, we're going to do is save all this. So you go through, you can make look at all these things like the add, show, hide rules. You can make more custom rules here if you want. And look at all these things. You can change all these things if you want. But we don't really need to. We made all of our own custom rules here. So what we're gonna do now is save and export. Then we're going to create a new filter. Then save and sync. Oh, we have to go more. Save as new. Okay, yeah, you have to right click that and then go save as. And then we're just gonna be like soft. Then be like custom, right? So it's gonna be like our soft loot filter. It's gonna be the custom one that we made. And then if we sync and download this, then we save and sync. It should appear in our loot filter right here. And as well, before we go, we're gonna show you something else, how to like save it if it doesn't save here. So if we go here, go to our loot filter. Now there's a new loot filter. So now we have the soft dash custom. So if we click this, it was updated at 1140. Yeah, that looks right. Then we'll save it. So something that could happen is if you're making a whole bunch of changes to your loot filter and you want to use them right away, and then when you go to even export and you do this, it could actually take up to 10 minutes to take effect. So something you might want to do if you don't want to wait if it's taking a while, you just want to test your changes right now. If it's not updating instantly for some reason, you click this save and download button instead of the save and sync button, and this will save it to your hard drive. And we already set our save directory to the actual place it's supposed to go. But if you read here, you need to move that file into the following folder. So be your profile, documents, my games, Path of Exile. So all you need to do is just go into like this PC, and then go to your documents folder here. There'll be my games, And then there'd be path of exile here. Is going here. They just drag that file here. So you got like a soft custom filter. And now when you go into the game here, if you open our loop filter, it'll show soft custom, right? So this one it'll instantly be updated. So it's like if you're trying to update this one, you're making a whole bunch of changes and then it's not updating right away, but you want to see if it actually worked, which happens all the time. You can just save it to your hard drive, put it in your path of exile folder, and then instantly update it if it's not instantly updated here like this. As well, if you keep like doing this a whole bunch, like if you're making changes, then you export, then you save and download, then you customize, make some more changes, then save and export, and then save and download again. You got like a whole bunch here now. So eventually you're gonna have to go through your folder here, then delete the ones that you're not using, and then like before you download it, right? So here's all the old ones, they're gone. Clean that up a bit, and then once you actually got your loop filter actually using, just save it and download it, and then you have this one here. So you figure that out. Now that we have our own custom loop filter on, let's actually play the game in the next video. That should help out, right? All those changes to the loop filter, right? All these things, they'll actually help you if you actually sit here and do all that thing. So like as we go through the campaign, we'll probably mention when they're taking effect, but the main thing is it's not going to be hiding all these items, and the other thing is going to show you like perfect defense. You get to know if item drops with perfect defense. You get to know if item drops with high quality or not. You're going to know that the magic items aren't going to stop showing after a certain point, and you're going to know that the good jewelry is going to come up, and you're going to be able to see it. And we did all that, all these custom things, and then there's just like a few changes in the campaign we did, right? So to recap, in the campaign, all we did was change the 3-leg gear to make it more noticeable, and to make it so it doesn't hide them after you get up to this point here. And then for the magic items here, all we did was change the magic hide rules so that it shows them instead of hiding them. And then we changed the text from 18 to 25 here for both of these. And then for the normalized, or the first levels down here, we just went down to the very bottom. The first 4 levels, other items. We changed this area level from at most 4 down to any, and that fixed that thing. That's so it won't hide white items after you get to area level 5. Then just these basic class-based rules I did in the miscellaneous, and that's literally it. Just the defense, quality, magic items, and the good jewelry. We didn't change too many things here, right? We changed nothing in general, nothing in maps, nothing in the endgame stuff for the other up here. We like 3 changes here, just 4 changes here. Those 2 things, that's it. And then we just made our own 15 changes in the miscellaneous rule. So that's pretty much all we did, right? Should show 3 changes up here, and then 4 changes here, and then 15 changes here. And then our custom loot filter is complete. Then we'll go through the game and see how this loot filter actually works, and see how it actually helps us.